All right, this is how to maximize your earnings in your 20s. I'm 25. We got about $280,000, depending on the day with the market and stuff. But this is going to be a quick one. Should be under 10 minutes. I haven't slept tonight. It's 3 in the morning. I got to work in 7 minutes. My alarm's going to go off. So this is going to be a quick one. And it hopefully is a pretty simple one. The engine of income growth, guys. All right, action over theory. Spend every hour every hour spent in your 20s accelerates your financial progress. Don't just plan, execute it. Everybody knows about compound growth. If you don't, please look it up on Google. I don't have enough time to explain it, and I'm probably not going to do a very good job explaining it. So, compound interest, boom. Don't have like a huge morning routine. Just start working. Don't come up with a huge plan. I mean, I have the parking app on here, and I could try to meticulously do every little part to it, but then eventually I'll try to make it perfect, and I'll never actually do it. So I got to launch it when I know there's going to be some flaws. Try to mitigate it as much as I can, but I think Apple or Steve Jobs said like if it was up to the engineers, the product would never get. Oh shoot, there's one of them. Would never get put out. That means my own one's going to come out in a couple or 5 minutes too. Spillover effect. High work volume creates structure. The discipline you build in your career strengthens your health, relationships, and mindset. So while you're doing the things that suck and you don't like to do, it's going to help you out in your discipline with everything else. So you're going to be more disciplined, or you're going to be a harder worker in all aspects of your life, not just work. And building momentum. Work becomes the backbone of your life, creating a rhythm that propels you forward faster than your peers. Don't really got to worry about this part with your peers. Everybody's got their own life, but once you get working a bunch and you start building momentum, then you're going to really want to get after it. So, the first big chunk kind of sucks, not going to lie, depending on how you look at it. I think Charlie Munger says you got to work like hell into like $100,000. Maybe it's higher now because of inflation. But $100,000 and you can ease off the gas a little bit. But once you hit the 100,000, depending on how long it takes you, you might not want to stop. The ultimate earning skill, having purpose. Here we go. Here's 3 things that you need. Consistency, obviously. Just keep going. A lot of the things, I made a couple of videos called, I think it was KIN. I don't know. It stood for kicking the nuts. I had 2 big kicking the nuts this fall. And there's not really any immediate like, oh, this is going to get better, whatever. And I don't know why. There's a whole bunch of work that's been going on. And I feel like I'm doing everything right as far as I can do, but there's no show of it really paying off. And there hasn't been for a couple years. Or for several years, however you want to put it. Besides like the net worth, I think. That's pretty cool. But I don't know. Just consistency. All the big dogs keep saying be consistent. Bible says work real hard. Should probably do it. Long-term vision. Don't look for shortcuts or nothing. Just my goal is to basically make a whole bunch of money and then help a bunch of people out. I could try to do all these quick rich scheme things, and there's a chance I could hit it big and I could hit my goal way earlier. But the chance isn't very high. If I wanted to do like 100% reach my goal, I need to make a whole bunch of money, get a whole bunch of skills, and but what I mean by make a whole bunch of money is just save as much as I can, work any job that I can, try to progress myself longer, and then just put in the S&P. Nothing like super quick. That, at least for me, seems like the most for sure way to reach my goal, and I think that is what it is for a lot of people. The driver, have some sort of support group, no matter if it's your family. If your family doesn't support you, then hopefully you find some friends that'll support you. If not, then look to the Bible. God will support you. If God don't support you, then you're probably doing something wrong. The 3 big income killers. And there's videos on this one too from this series that I'm doing that turned into a series somehow. Housing, rent's expensive. That's usually people's biggest expense. I try to keep that as low as possible, and in turn, you're probably going to live in a really crappy place. Well, if you live in a crappy place, you're not going to want to stay there. That means you can go out and work more. Dining out, I made one about meal preps too. I eat chicken, rice, and then usually no vegetables or fruit. Sometimes I put some spinach in there. But dining out, this is huge. These two really add up. Materialism, transportation's in here, in another one as well about frugal living. But materialism and transportation, they kind of lump into one. If you want to get a Beamer with 100,000 miles on it because it's cheaper, but then you're going to get eaten up with maintenance costs, sales tax, not really sales tax, but tabs, whatever it is. All the material stuff doesn't really matter, which should go in your long-term vision. Protecting your future self, avoidable and unavoidable setbacks. Let's see. Here we go. This is a good one. Some things are going to happen, and they're out of your control. So while you can't control everything, lifestyle choices play a massive role in financial defense. Major setbacks often come back from poor discipline in relationships or health. So this one, a lot of people, this is one where I'm just like, that's something bad. 2/3 of bankruptcies in America stem from medical bills, which are avoidable for many people. Oh, my bad. I misspoke there. Not avoidable. Unavoidable for many people. This is very unfortunate. And I don't have an answer for that. But try to take care of yourself as much as you can. Friends, family. Try to take care of everything so you don't have any mess ups there. So medical is one that you probably aren't going to if it's going to really, I'm sure a lot of these guys just ran into some really bad luck. Car accident, born with it, something like that. Speaking of born with it, children. If you have children while you're a teenager, it's going to set you back quite a bit. So try to protect yourself by using and have stuff planned out. Strategic side hustles. So these are kind of things. Not all side hustles are equal. I wouldn't really go for anything that's not really going to provide you any skills or long-term stuff. I know Gary Vee says stuff about garage sales. I don't know how scalable that is. I'm sure he can come up with something, but to me, it wouldn't really work well with me. So my double dipping strategy was looking for jobs that would allow me to either study or build skills in my downtime. Airport job like the one I'm doing now, or another one. I was at ramp agent and I had a lot of downtime. I did a lot of college then, and now I read quite a bit and then make these videos on this one. If you have any sort of job where you can just sit there and get income and actually be productive with the time, just don't sit there on your phone. That's a huge one that will help you out. It really helped me out during college. And the time trap. Avoid high effort, low skill gigs that consume your entire schedule. In my opinion, that would be like garage sale hunting. Even if you make $100,000 a year, I don't really know how that scales past that. And it seems kind of like a lot of tedious stuff without shipping. But what do I know? The reality of sacrifice. Reject the party narrative. Sacrifice is required. Skipping parties doesn't mean you're losing out in your life. It means you're securing the bigger picture later. You'd rather be, Alex Hormozy says this too. Huge fan of him. That something along the lines of this, I guess. That you want to be, or he would rather be a underlived 30-year-old rather than an unskilled 30-year-old, something around the lines of then. I got this out of my system early because I started early. Probably wouldn't do that. At least I wouldn't recommend it. But yeah, I think in my case it worked out okay. Work while you learn. There's the double dipping. Use what you have. Don't wait for the perfect car or setup or anything. Just start doing it. Work with your current resources until you can afford to upgrade. You don't run your car into the ground. I know some people get caught up in some bad stuff. I made it in another video here. I'm trying to make this one short. But somebody had to get a 18% interest car loan because they're stuck real hard, right? $300 payment, 18%. Jeez, what is that? Well, they're paying like $6 or $7 or $800 in Uber back from work and stuff. So try to pay it as fast as they can. Make sure there's not a loan limit on there. All right, we got to speed this up. Sorry, guys. The trades. So choosing your path. Trades are making big money right now, all right? If you don't want college, go to the trades. They making strong money. They go to work, or they go to whatever it is right away. They can start making cash right away. Relaxed majors. If your college major is less demanding, use that extra time to work more hours and launch a small business. This is for like liberal arts or marketing or even some business degrees. Um, I guess this is paths. Trades, put in a lot of hours immediately. Work a bunch, work a bunch. Don't work as much. Study. Prioritize studying. You don't want to fail your boards and then be in a whole bunch of debt. Mindset that, oh my goodness, we got to really get going. Mindset that changed everything. Here we go. Do so much work that it's unreasonable to fail. Put in unreasonable effort. Have a purpose for the whole thing. We talked about that. Statistics for success. When volume meets purpose, success moves possible. I don't know who put that. Maybe Alex Hormozy. He is a really good one of an example of college students. There was 2 classes. One said make the perfect pot. The other one said just make a sheer number of volumes. You'll be great at how many pots you make. Not only did the second group make more pots, but they were higher quality. If you are lost, listen a little bit of Alex Hormozy. He makes things super simple. Building the foundation. Maximize your earnings isn't luck or hacks. Put a whole bunch of work in. Just same thing. Or don't go into any debt, preferably until you like 30, and you want to buy a house or something maybe, or maybe you're a super savvy investor. Who knows? All this comes down to is just working a whole bunch, saving as much as you can, investing it, and then trying to build skills to build something larger. It's not really that hard. At least from what I got. I'm 25. I got 280 grand. I probably made it a lot harder than what it had to be, like 100 cash, and then putting it into the market. Probably wouldn't recommend that either. But until you know what's going on, just keep working, just keep making money, just keep saving. In your 20s, compound interest will help you out. At a very minimum, set up a Roth IRA. Do one on your own, one with one with a company. If you work for one, I have one for each. And then compound interest, just throw cash in there. If you have more, then throw it in the market like I do, or don't. Who cares? Do what you want. Everybody's got free will. Thank you for watching this. I'm sorry it's cut short. I gotta be downstairs in 7 minutes. Thank you. Peace.